Alright, hey y'all, I'm here with another video. So I am going to do my best to review The Chi season 3. Now, I watched the entire first season. I watched part of the second season. I didn't get to really finish watching it, but I am caught up on everything that happened. We know that Jason Mitchell, aka Brandon, is no longer on the show due to some allegations that were brought against him. So I was interested in how they were going to take his character off. I was wondering if they kind of sort of went the Columbus route. I said Columbus route, Columbus short route. If you guys remember from Scandal, Shonda had to get rid of Columbus because he was doing team too much at the time. And that's kind of sort of what they did to Jason Mitchell too. So let's get to it. So we pretty much start off with Lil Kev's mama, which I don't know her name, can't remember, but Lil Kev's mama is getting married. She's getting married to her little boo-boo. All right. So, you got them coming. They're outside waiting for Keisha, which is, his sister. Keisha comes. Keisha looks beautiful. She comes, stands at the end of the aisle, blah, 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 come through. Everybody get married. I want to say this. The speech that Lil Kev's mama gave to them kids, my heart, pitter patter. Sorry. Also, if y'all hear like some extra noise, that's my air conditioner running. I'm sorry. It's too hot for me to not have it on. But that made my heart pitter patter because see, when you are blending a family, or if you are a spouse and you don't have any kids and you're coming into a family with with somebody who already has kids, it's just as important that you build a relationship with them as you do the person that you're with. And so I think that everything that she said, it was beautiful. The gift that she gave, I thought it was like perfect. Like that's that parenting one-on-one when you want to try to get them kids to like you. I won't say get them to like you, but just be more family like. Keisha doesn't really like her, is not really here for it. So then at first I was confused because Lil Kev was like, oh, I'm leaving or whatever, but I'll be back. And I was just like, what black mama about to let you leave her wedding? Like, what are you doing? But whatever, he left. And when he gets there, he gets to a funeral. And of course, no surprise, it's Brandon's funeral. Now, I want somebody to tell me in the comments. Please tell me if I missed it. I don't think it was ever said specifically how he died. And I'm wondering, okay, now I know I'm going to call her Kima because that's what I know her from The Wire. And when I say Kima, I'm talking about Brandon's mama. That's how I know her. So that's what I'm going to call her, Kima. Kima did say in her eulogy, which let me get to the eulogy for a second. That eulogy was similar to when Brandon eulogized his young brother. It was beautiful. The camera work, I don't know why I have this in my notes, but it stood out to me. The slow panning that the camera was doing while she was talking, and it like the way that the shot ended, it was like directly on her face. That was fucking beautiful. Whoever did that, Lena, that was beautiful. Everything that she pretty much said, she pretty much gave a speech pretty much saying how, she was a broken person. So she didn't feel like she could give anything to her kids. And now that both of her kids are now gone, she will never be the same. And I believe that. I believe that. So, but I'm sorry, before that, sorry. When Lil Kev got to the door, to get into the funeral, and I don't remember his name, can't think about it right now, but I'm going to call him Old Man. The old man who, shot and killed, Brandon's little brother, he was at the door, when he was trying to get in. And he's like, come on, Lil Kev, you can vouch for me, right? He's like, no. Why would you think that he's going to vouch for you? Like, I don't understand why you think he would vouch for you. I don't care what it is, conversations that was had. The point of the matter is you did what you did. He know what he know about you. So there is no conversation. There's no conversation to be had. And why you would show up to Brandon's funeral, I have no idea. Like, I'm just saying, like, you could feel however it is that you want to feel, but like, you really think that your presence was wanted here and was needed here? No, sir, it wasn't. It was not. So get your old ass the fuck on somewhere, okay? So like I said, so Kima gave, a touching eulogy. Everybody was there. Kev was there. Emmett was there, aka Jacob Lattimore. His cousin was there, the one that he used to like smoke with and go see all the time was there. I wonder is his character gonna still be on the show because I liked his cousin a lot. So then we get outside of the funeral and we have Otis Perry, who pretty much had his whole hand in everything that happened with I can't think of the little boy's name right now. The little boy with the dreads, his brother getting killed and stuff like that. Wait, what is it? Luke. Wait, no, not Luke, is it? Is it Luke? Mark? I can't think about it right now. Wait. Jake. Sorry, Jake's brother. Sorry. So anyway, so Otis Perry, if y'all pay attention, when Kima came out and he said, "Oh, how are you doing?" He made sure to like pose for a picture so somebody could take it real fast, and then he went into, "Oh, I knew your brother. I mean, I knew your son, and we was gonna work together. He was a nice young man." Like Kima said, Kima was like, "Well, what's your name?" "Oh, this okay. Well, he never brought you up. Get the fuck out my face." So then she gets into the limo, and before she gets into the limo, the old man is still standing outside, and her boo-boo, rightfully so, say, "Get the fuck up out of here. Nobody wants you here. Why are you here?" Like, I get it, but I don't get why you would think that somebody else would be okay with you being here. It's not okay with you here. Go home, Roger. Go home. So he ended up going home. So anyway, when Kima's getting into the limo, you have Jacob Lattimore's character. I'm sorry, I keep calling people by their real name, but Emmett comes to the car. And, she was like, "Hey, I just wanted to say, that I'm really sorry about everything. I'm going to do my best to help, try to carry, his legacy on with his restaurant. I'm going to look after little Kev for him, da 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 da." And Kevin was just like, "Boy, at the end of the day, the city of Chicago don't care about you. Don't give a fuck about you. So you need to just get your shit and get the fuck up out of here. Nobody cares." So when I say before about hinting, it seemed like Kimo was hinting to the fact that, like, maybe the police killed him or something like that. But again, it was never explored past that. So what I want to know is, Lena, are we gonna touch up more on that, on how he died, or are we just gonna leave it right then and there? Because if that's the case, I don't like the way that y'all did that. Granted, he's not on the show anymore, but if this is really how y'all gonna end his character, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, y'all need to make his death, explain how he died, because that's one thing that was never said. It wasn't explained how he died. So I want it to be explained how he died, why he died, and the ramifications of that afterwards, if there is any. But I understand you want to try to write this character off, but if this is all y'all going to do, no shade, this was sloppy writing for his death. Pretty sloppy writing, but I'm going to hold off because maybe y'all will talk about that more as the season goes on in little bits and pieces. So then, oh my gosh, I have it all caps, bae, Luke fucking James. So I knew Luke James was going to be on this season. I just didn't know who was going to play. He was looking like bae, okay? He was, oh my gosh, that man is so fine. And he can sing, and he can act, and he's so chocolate. He's so good. I love him so much. Okay, so anyway, we got Luke James' character at this point spying at, Otis or whatever, talking to Kima. He got some little girl with him, okay? So then, we kind of see, Lil Kev, and, you could tell he's really hurt because they come back to the wedding. Him and Emmett come back to the wedding. And, Emmett is pretty much unloading and stuff because I think he was catering the wedding or whatever. But, he was telling him pretty much, how I got you, Lil Kev, like, don't worry. And, Kev was like, "You're not Brandon." He's like, "I know I'm not Brandon, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have your back." So I like the big brother, little situation that's between, that's happening between Emmett and Lil Kev, kind of how it was with, like, Brandon and Kev. So I like that little aspect. So then, we get a little scene with Keisha. She still has attitude, kind of, sort of, about, them being together. And then, her and Emmett go outside and they kind of talk about, how she's scared about going to school. Shout out to the messy ass aunties. There's always the messy ass aunties who, when she came in the wedding, they talking about something. "Oh, so who gonna take the last name? And is it the stud? Oh, don't say that." And, "Oh, girl, you're going to college. You always got the messy ass aunts." So shout out to Lena for throwing that in because you always got messy ass aunts like that. But she was pretty much saying how she was scared, how she didn't want to leave, and how she wanted to stay. And Emmett was like, "Girl, if you stay, what you gonna do? Get pregnant by some nigga and to be working at CVS?" And she's like, "Well, what's wrong with that?" Keisha, it's nothing wrong with working at CVS, but the point of the matter is, if you can get up out of that situation that you're in and do better for yourself, then do that. I, more than anybody, can understand being in PWIs. I wanted to make sure I got it right. Predominantly white institutions. I understand. In almost all of my classes, I was almost always the only black girl. The college that I went to was one of the very few black people that went there. So I understand being in that type of environment, but at the same time, you got to be able to up and expand your horizons. If you stay in the same place all the time and you don't at least try, not to say, my thing is, who's to say that you can't go to school and then come back and build up your own neighborhood? So, but I can understand her being scared. But anyway, they did a nice little part about them doing a cha-cha slide. Cha-cha slide happens at every black function. It's a must. Okay. Then we have Luke James. So we got Otis meeting up with this guy in a warehouse. And the guy's like, so, like, what's up? What we meeting for? He was like, then you asked me to meet? And then pow. The guy that, not Otis, but the other guy that he met up with just pretty much laid out there dead. Coming out the shadows is my baby daddy, Luke James. He done killed the guy or whatever. He pretty much set it up to kill him. So come to find out who Luke James is. Luke James is playing Reg and Jake's older brother. Now, he was in jail for some time, but apparently he got out. He heard about everything that happened, and he's not with the shit. So he pretty much is saying, like, bruh, I know that my mama gave you custody of my little brother, okay? And I know, you know, so point of matter is, I'm here to get my brother back. Like, how much you want for him? And Otis is pretty much going to dangle that little boy in front of him. He's not going to give him back. He's not going to give him back. He's not going to do it. So then we switch over. I don't know why I got it written down like this in my notes, but then we switch over to Emmett's house because y'all know Emmett is now living with his baby mama, and I got his baby mama's breaking down the whole pound. I don't know why I got like, that's like the hood rat in me that got so excited seeing her break down all that weed. Like, it was a whole bunch of weed that she was breaking down, and then she rolled up. He come into the house. It seems like they're getting along, you know, pretty damn good. But then, you know, so we got Lil Cav's mama is going on like a little honeymoon with her boo-boo. So they pretty much gonna have the house to themselves. So they leave them some money. Part of the money is to give to Emmett his other half because he helped cater the wedding, although the food wasn't that great because they ended up ordering pizza. So she gave half of the money to him at the wedding, and she gave the other half to Keisha to go give to him. So Keisha is dressed up like Keisha do, very Keisha-like, okay? Comes over to the house or whatever, and, you know, she's like, here, I wanted to give you the money. Now, when she comes to the door, the baby mama's already looking at her like, now, here's the thing. I can't get but so mad about her, like, looking at her like that because I ain't even mad at what she said. The baby mama was like, look, I don't mind you coming over here and dropping off money, but don't be coming over here looking like a whole whore, like a little hooker. And I understand what Keisha was. Keisha was like, bitch, I'm dressed up for my man, not yours. I get it, but girl, I would definitely be siding on you. Like, bitch, now you know this is a nigga that you used to fuck with. Why are you coming over to this house looking like this? Why, girl, why? But then Emmett did typical nigga shit. Keisha leaves out or whatever. He goes, he's like, you know, you'll always be my first love. Like, I love you. She's like, stop being messy. He's like, no, I'll always love you. Like, don't, no matter what. Let me tell you something. There's always going to be them niggas who, I'm talking about like if you're an adult now, probably, who niggas that you used to mess with when you was in high school, or niggas that used to like you when you was in high school. I'm telling you, when y'all get out of high school, oh, let me speak to the high schoolers. The little boys that's all up in your face right now, some of them ain't yet. When you graduate, them DMs is going to be hitting. It's going to be awesome. Oh, you know, you was always my first love. Oh, you know, I'll always have a special place in my heart for you. It's all bullshit. I mean, they might really mean it, but a lot of times when niggas use it, it's not, it's manipulative. Watch out for. But I said, that is such a typical nigga thing to do. To have your baby mom / girlfriend in this house and for you to bring your black ass out here and tell her that you'll always love her. I mean, I get it, and that's probably true, but nigga shit. Anyway. So then Luke James go to the house that his mama pretty much had, go there with his girlfriend. I think his girlfriend's maybe a lawyer or something like that, but I don't know. She said she had a lawyer, and they was going to figure out what they had to do to get his brother back. So then the mama come in, and she's like, oh, you're out of jail. You could tell the mama is down bad. Like, she just looked bad. So he pretty much asked her, like, how much did you sell him for? She said $5,000. $5,000, mama, that can't even really cover rent for half of the year. What are you doing? Mama, like, well, what are you doing? That woman needs help. So, of course, Luke James is upset. He was like, you know what? If you go down to the courthouse and get custody back of him, I'll pay you double. I'll give you 10. So after a minute, she thought about it. She said she won't do it. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I don't think that she's going to be able to now go right back down there and get custody back. Only because just from a logical standpoint, if you give up custody of your kids to somebody and then the very next week you come back and try to get them back, the judge probably going to look at you funny style like what's going on here? Like, why? What's the change of heart? Like, what happened? Like, what the fuck's going on here? So I don't think it's going to be that easy. But then let's talk about the boys real fast. The kids. These kids are literally like the heart of the show. Don't ever get rid of Kev, Jake, and Big Papa. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it or I won't watch the show no more. These kids are fucking key. So we at the wedding and they're in a bag drinking wine, which it just, oh my gosh, the nostalgia hit me because I can remember being like 9, 8, 9, 10 when my great aunt got married and all of us kids was at the bar because it was open bar. We was fucking it up. Don't know to this day why the bartender was giving us drinks, but we was fucking that wine up. And so the nostalgia, that's definitely some shit that kids do at a wedding. You gonna find the wine, we gonna find somewhere to get low, and we about to get fucked up. So after that, so at the wedding, there was this little girl, Ebony, there. So when they found out that they was going to have a whole house to themselves, they pretty much said, you know, we're going to have a whole house to ourselves. Y'all can come over. So Keisha ended up leaving, saying that she's going to go see her little boo. Now, her boo is her track coach. We're going to have to talk. We're going to have to have a deeper conversation about what I hope they explore during this series a little bit more is Keisha's relationship with her mama, because I'm not trying to say that Keisha's mama is doing something wrong, but there is a reason that Keisha acts the way that she does, and it don't just come from somewhere. She ain't just out here in these streets like this just because something happened to her, or I don't know, but I hope we explore that. But anyway, once they leave out, Keisha leaves out, you know, she's like, bruh, just make sure this house don't smell like weed. That's all I would ask. Just make sure it don't smell like weed. Like, I know you got it, I don't care, whatever, smoke, but just make sure it don't smell like it. So whatever. They call up, Lil Kev, get on the phone. He put on that little voice. I'm like, yes, Kev, come through. He invites Ebony over. Ebony, like the real girl, she is like, I'm not coming over by myself. He's like, all right, bring your friends. Open the door. Who there? Who there? Oh, damn, what is that girl's name? Maisha. I think, is it Maisha? I'm going to call her Maya. Maya is there. Maya is the girl who liked Big Papa and who Kev kind of, you know, liked a little bit and all this other stuff. So come to find out, them two is friends. So they're like, oh, okay, we didn't know. But Big Papa's like, man, that's mine. Don't worry, I got it. So typical, you know, children, teenage shit. You know, the girls is on this side, boys is on this side talking. Their whole little conversation talking about the different ways to set a mood. Big Papa was killing me. Killing me. So they're like, all right, you don't want to know, we going to divide a car. You take this room, you take this room, you take this room. He going to say, take my parents to my mama room. And who was it? Big Papa who was like, I don't know what it is that they got in there. I'm not really sure. Damn, what was it that he said in particular that had me weak? I forgot, but he said something, and that's not what you use it for. I was dead. I was so done. And he was like, bro, why you acting like my mom is super old? My mom's not that old. His mom's only 39. So to kids, and I used to say the same thing all the time when I was young. I'd be like, yo, my mom is super young, because my mom had me when she's like 15. But anyway, so after that, after everybody go to their room, you know, you cut to the next scene and you see everybody giving each other a kiss. Big Papa kissing Maya, everybody kissing each other, everybody leaving, go home. So then, you know, Big Papa's sitting back, you know, and telling all of them, you know, how he, you know, he connected with her on a deeper level, on an intellectual level. And he's like, all right, so what did y'all do? I mean, I rubbed her feet. That's right, Big Papa. He said, we kissed, you know? And then, Kev, he was like, well, what happened with y'all? What did y'all do? He's like, I mean, we kissed. I fingered her a little bit. Dead. And then Jake gonna say, I mean, I snatched. Done. I was done. I was completely done. I clocked out after that. I was so weak that whole scene because that is real. Like, that's really how it was being that age, bruh. And the fact that it was all different stages of we kissed, I fingered her, we smashed. Because normally that's how it go. Come on. Oh my gosh, these kids are too funny. So then finally we ended it because Keisha is pretty much sitting at a bus stop. Now, what I'm a little bit confused about, this is what I'm confused about. When Keisha left home, it was in the morning time. And when Keisha dropped that money off to Emmett, it was morning time. But when we see her at the bus stop, it's dead dark at night, and she's just now making her way over to whoever it is that she's supposed to be talking to, dealing with, because she's texting him, and she's like, don't worry, I'm on my way. He's like, oh, what does that mean? And she's like, I'm on my way, nigga. Like, if you won't come pick me up, come pick me up. Typical black girl. I love it. No, that part I love. But, so she's sitting there waiting at the bus stop. Prior to that, the old man is at a bar, and he drinking and stuff, and one of the guys is like, I heard about you, and he's like, what do you mean I heard about you? You heard about me? Ain't nothing to hear. And pretty much just saying to him, like, bro, you killed somebody, so everybody knows that's always going to stick with you. And then he kept trying to drink, but the guys next to him was like, you probably shouldn't keep doing that. They was really trying to look out for him. But he ended up leaving the bar, didn't take the drink, but he starts drinking his own little flask that he had in his back pocket. So anyway, fast forward to Keisha. Keisha, like I said, she's sitting there waiting at the bus stop. So I love the way that this was shot. And when they panned out with the shot, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Because they, like I said, it was panned in at her sitting there. Then the shot panned out. So you see her sitting there, but then you see the bus is coming up this way. Then we see inside the actual bus, he pulls up to the bus stop where Keisha was, opens the door, nobody's sitting there. Pulls off. And then when he pulls off, you see on the ground her phone or whatever, and it looked like it's cracked. And the old man walked by her. I'm sorry, I didn't even say that. The old man walked by Keisha. That's what happened. He walked by her. And then we see the shot of the bus coming. And like I said, after the bus leaves off or whatever, you see her phone on the floor or whatever on the ground. It looked like it's cracked at the top. And you see somebody texting her like, when are you going to be here? When are you going to be here? When are you going to be here? So I don't know if that old man touched her. Bruh, if he did, if that old man touched her, it's about to be me and him. It's going to have to be me and him. But for some reason, I don't feel like that's what happened. I don't feel like he has something to do with it. I don't know why. I feel like that would be too easy, right? Wouldn't that be too easy? And what would he grab her for? What, is he mad at Kev? Like, clearly that's what would make the most sense. But I feel like, Lena, don't purposefully lead me down this road. Surprise me, Lena. Surprise me. But anyway, outside of that, the show was cool. The first episode was really, really good. It premiered a little bit early because they showed the first episode for free on YouTube. I'm going to try to keep up. But y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think about that.